In today's video, we are going to explore best Rabindranath Tagore quotes and poetry about love. Let's get started. One morning in the flower garden, a blind girl came to offer me a flower chain in the cover of a lotus leaf. I put it round my neck, and tears came to my eyes. I kissed her and said, "You are blind even as the flowers are. You yourself know not how beautiful is your gift. Alas, why are my nights all thus lost? Ah, why do I ever miss his sight whose breath touches my sleep?" All the intimate associations of our life, all its experience of pleasure and pain, group themselves around this display of the divine love, and from the drama that we witness in him. The touch of an infinite mystery passes over the trivial and the familiar, making it break out into ineffable music. The trees and the stars and the blue hills appear to us as symbols aching with a meaning which can never be uttered in words. As a flower plucked from a tree gradually droops and shrivels, love that avoids the harsh realities of practical life cannot thrive on its own resources. Beauty is in the ideal of perfect harmony which is in the universal being, truth the perfect comprehension of the universal mind. Beauty is simply reality seen with the eyes of love. Beauty is truth's smile when she beholds her own face in a perfect mirror. Chastity is a wealth that comes from abundance of love. Children are living beings, more living than grown-up people who have built shells of habit around themselves. Therefore, it is absolutely necessary for their mental health and development that they should not have mere schools for their lessons, but a world whose guiding spirit is personal love. Essentially, man is not a slave either of himself or of the world, but he is a lover. His freedom and fulfillment is in love, which is another name for perfect comprehension. He who wants to do good knocks at the gate, he who loves finds the door open. Her wistful face haunts my dreams like the rain at night. His love for me seemed to overflow my limits by its flood of wealth and service. But my necessity was more forgiving than faux receiving, for love is a vagabond, who can make his flowers bloom in the wayside dust, better than in the crystal jars kept in the drawing room. I am hidden in your heart, O flower. I seem to have loved you in numberless forms, numberless times, in life after life, in age after age forever. I shall ever try to keep all untruths out from my thoughts, knowing that thou art the truth which has kindled the light of reason in my mind. I shall ever try to drive all evils away from my heart and keep my love in flower, knowing that thou hast thy seat in the inmost shrine of my heart. And it shall be my endeavor to reveal thee in my actions, knowing it is thy power gives me strength to act. I'm lost in the middle of my birthday. I want my friends, their touch, with the earth's last love. I will take life's final offering, I will take the last human blessing. If I call not thee in my prayers, if I keep not thee in my heart, thy love for me still waits for my love. In appearance suchish gives the impression of a celestial being. His eyes glow, his long, slender fingers are like tongues of flame. The color of his skin is more a luminescence than a color. As soon as I set eyes on him I seemed to glimpse his inner self, and from that moment I loved him. In love we find a joy which is ultimate because it is the ultimate truth. Let my love like sunlight surround you and yet give you illumined freedom. Let my thoughts come to you, when I am gone, like the afterglow of sunset at the margin of starry silence. Let not the hours pass by in the dark. Kindle the lamp of love with thy life. Let the dead have the immortality of fame, but the living the immortality of love. Let this be my last word, that I trust in thy love. Let your love see me even through the barrier of nearness. Life finds its wealth by the claims of the world, and its worth by the claims of love. Love adorns itself, it seeks to prove inward joy by outward beauty. Love does not claim possession, but gives freedom. Love gives beauty to everything it touches. Love is an endless mystery, because there is no reasonable cause that could explain it. Love is not a mere impulse, it must contain truth, which is law. Love is the only reality, and it is not a mere sentiment. It is the ultimate truth that lies at the heart of creation. Love is when the soul starts to sing and the flowers of your life bloom on their own. Love remains a secret even when spoken, for only a true lover truly knows that he is loved. Love's overbrimming mystery joins death and life. It has filled my cup of pain with joy. Love's gift cannot be given, it waits to be accepted. Maiden, your simplicity, like the blueness of the lake, reveals your depth of truth. Man is a rough-hewn and woman a finished product. Men can only think. Women have a way of understanding without thinking. Woman was created out of God's own fancy. Man, he had to hammer into shape. Misery knocks at thy door, and her message is that thy Lord is wakeful, and he calls thee to the love tryst through the darkness of night. The sky is overcast with clouds, and the rain is ceaseless. I know not what this is that stirs in me, I know not its meaning. A moment's flash of lightning drags down a deeper gloom on my sight, and my heart gropes for the path to where the music of the night calls me. Light, oh, where is the light? My dearest life, I know you are not mine forever, but do love me even if it's for this moment. After that I shall vanish into the forest where you cast me, I won't ask anyone for anything again. Give me something that can last me till I die. Naturally, it gave rise to a round of tears like an autumn shower that soon evaporates in the sunshine of love, leaving behind only a glow of moisture. O beauty, find thyself in love, not in the flattery of thy mirror. O my only friend, my best beloved, the gates are open in my house, do not pass by like a dream. Once we dreamt that we were strangers. We wake up to find that we were dear to each other. Only in love are unity and duality not in conflict. Only the trees and beasts and birds tell unmitigated truths, because these poor things have not the power to invent. In this men show their superiority to the lower creatures, and women beat even men. Neither is a profusion of ornament unbecoming for a woman, nor a profusion of untruth. Our creation is the modification of relationship. Outwardly nature is busy and restless, inwardly she is all silence and peace. She has toil on one side and leisure on the other. You see her bondage only when you see her from without, but within her heart is a limitless beauty. Peace, my heart, let the time for the parting be sweet. Let it not be a death, but completeness. Let love melt into memory and pain into songs. Let the flight through the sky end in the folding of the wings over the nest. Let the last touch of your hands be gentle like the flower of the night. Stand still, O beautiful end, for a moment, and say your last words in silence. I bow to you and hold up my lamp to light you on your way. Please is frail like a dewdrop, while it laughs it dies. But sorrow is strong and abiding. Let sorrowful love wake in your eyes. Power said to the world, you are mine. The world kept it prisoner on her throne. Love said to the world, I am thine. The world gave it the freedom of her house. Someday I shall sing to thee in the sunrise of some other world. I have seen thee before in the light of the earth, in the love of man. The artist is the lover of nature, therefore he is her slave and her master. The biggest changes in a woman's nature are brought by love, in man, by ambition. The greatest distance in this world is not that between living and death, it is when I am just before you, and you don't know that I love you. The human soul is on its journey from the law to love, from discipline to liberation, from the moral plane to the spiritual. The infinite being has assumed unto himself the mystery of finitude. And in him who is loved the finite and the infinite are made one. The mighty desert is burning for the love of a blade of grass who shakes her head and laughs and flies away. The world puts off its mask of vastness to its lover. It becomes small as one song, as one kiss of the eternal. Therefore the whole apparatus of piety, Hindu and Muslim alike, the temple and mosque, idol and holy water, scriptures and priests, were denounced by this inconveniently clear-sighted poet as mere substitutes for reality, dead things intervening between the soul and its love. Thy desire at once puts out the light from the lamp it touches with its breath. It is unholy, take not thy gifts through its unclean hands. Accept only what is offered by sacred love. Want of love is a degree of callousness, for love is the perfection of consciousness. We do not love because we do not comprehend, or rather we do not comprehend because we do not love. For love is the ultimate meaning of everything around us. It is not a mere sentiment, it is truth, it is the joy that is at the root of all creation. We live in the world when we love it. Where one loves, one can follow without agreeing, one can surrender oneself with eyes open. While Rutten was awaiting her call, the postmaster was awaiting a reply to his application. Why did the lamp go out? I shaded it with my cloak to save it from the wind, that is why the lamp went out. Why did the flower fade? I pressed it to my heart with anxious love, that is why the flower faded. Why did the stream dry up? I put a dam across it to have it for my use, that is why the stream dried up. Why did the harpstring break? I tried to force a note that was beyond its power, that is why the harpstring is broken. Woman knows man well enough where he is weak, but she is quite unable to fathom him where he is strong. The fact is that man is as much a mystery to woman as woman is to man. If that were not so, the separation of the sexes would only have been a waste of nature's energy. Yes, all my illusions will burn into illumination of joy, and all my desires ripen into fruits of love. Yet it is at this very age when, in his heart of hearts, a young lad most craves for recognition and love, and he becomes the devoted slave of anyone who shows him consideration. But none dare openly love him, for that would be regarded as undue indulgence, and therefore bad for the boy. So, what with scolding and chiding, he becomes very much like a stray dog that has lost his master. You smiled and talked to me of nothing, and I felt that for this I had been waiting long. Please let us know your favorite quotes, from these best Rabindranath Tagore quotes in poetry about love, in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.